And we're live. Guess who's back? Back again. Malu's back. Tell a friend. I'm gonna wait till I see a few familiar faces in here, but I do have a lot of things to share on this stream. Some that I know some will probably be like, "Oh, I knew this was gonna happen," and some of them are gonna be like, "What? I can't believe it." So yeah, I'm just gonna wait for some of my friends to hop on here because I only go live once a month, and that is the first Wednesday of every month. And that's going to change soon because of everything that I have to share. And thank you guys so much on 30,000 subscribers. That is awesome, especially since I haven't really been active on the platform for a little while. I'm going to get into that. There's just been crazy amount of things happening, and I know you guys know that I've been on you guys seen me sort of looking and searching for myself and figuring out what I wanted to do next, and I will share a lot on that. Hey Russell, how you doing? Got some juicy news. Hey Marcus, how you doing? Nice to see you. I just got back last week from my cruise. That was really amazing. It was so much fun. I had a blast. It was my first one ever, so it was. I didn't get seasick, which was really cool. Hey Sean, how you doing? I've been seeing your TikToks. I've been following you around. Country boy trapped in the city. Oh my gosh, you guys are gonna go. You guys are gonna go crazy when I tell you this news. All right. So yeah, the cruise was amazing. I didn't get very much tanned because you guys have been following me. I've been on medication that has not permitted me to go out in the sun, and I have to put like sunscreen on because or else it's really bad. I'm on Accutane, which I had like really bad acne. I'm on my last month now, so my skin's still so dry, and it's getting so much clearer. I feel much better in my skin now, so that's really cool. And other than that, my massage therapy course is doing really good as well. My teacher was off the whole month of February, so I decided to take another course instead because I don't know if you guys know this and I've ever shared this before, but I do energy healing, and it's so weird for me to say this publicly, but I'm a medium as well, and I just recently have built up the courage to be able to just say it out loud, I guess. So yeah, I've been having a lot of success with my clients and everything on that too. So I'm building up my clientele, and yeah. So among other things, I have a lot of skills. But yeah, um, I know that a lot of you are just going to be like, I know what you like. I've been dropping hints for the past 3 years on my channel of my situation and things. So I'm just going to wait until there's a little bit more people in here. Hey, yeah, it is great to hear. Yeah. It's so weird because like 3 years ago, like I don't know, like a long time ago, I pushed the medium stuff and the spirituality away, and it sort of just like all came and it slapped me right in the face again, and like, hey, Mallory, you just can't you can't deny it anymore. So excuse me, I'm getting over a cold. I guess when you're on a plane, all the little bugs are around, so I got a cold. But anyways, it's not box night, but I wish I had one. I'm on a milk stout, 5.5%. It's pretty good. Just dark beer. Yep. So yeah, I've been going over a lot of things on my channel, and I've been unlisting a whole bunch of channels. And it's like I've been dropping hints for the past few years that my personal life is kind of rocky, and it has been. Hey, John, nice to see you again too. And so I'm going to get into the details for sure tonight. And I am going. This is probably not going to be my only beer. I'm probably going to have a few. So buckle down. Guess who's back? Guess who's back? Guess who's back? Guess who's back? Hey, Shawnee, how are you? I'm so happy to see you guys. I needed my community tonight to I really needed you guys. I've been needing you guys for a while. I just haven't had the energy because of everything that's been going on in my life. And hey, Fox, how you doing? Nice to see you. Can I get a thumbs up for the channel? Yes, for sure. Yeah, it is the first Wednesday. Mallory is getting shittered. I don't know how shittered I'm gonna be, but I'm gonna be a little bit tipsy for sure. Because with my medication that I've been taking, I can't go out in the sun and I can't drink too much alcohol either. So that's been kind of like really hard and rough on me. But anyways, well, we'll figure it out. I went on a cruise and it was all included, and the drinks were so strong. Like I would literally like I'm not a day drinker, so like I went out, to do the activities, and I went by the pool, and it was so much fun. I had a blast, and I would drink one rum and coke to start the night, and have one glass of wine during dinner. And man, I think everything's just stronger on a cruise, on a vacation altogether. So I didn't get sick though. First night, a whole bunch of people got seasick, which was a bummer, but I didn't. But yeah, yeah, so I'm just gonna get into it, I guess. It's been 13 minutes I've been on here. I see a lot of really familiar faces. I was hoping Grace would maybe hop in. She would catch up because I don't want to have to. Oh, here's Grace. Hey, Grace. How are you? I'm so happy you're here. But yeah, I guess I can wait just a little bit. You guys know, well, for sure, what I can get into is that I've talked to you guys about burnout, right? I went through a burnout and sort of like a little depressing time, and my YouTube channel was doing so good, and then I just like dropped everything and decided to sell the farm, and then we bought this house, and when I bought this house, um, I told Ben, because things, to be honest, things haven't been really, really well and good with Ben for the past few years. So we've been having struggles. We did go to therapy. We did, a lot of efforts on both ends, and things are just not working out. Things are just not working out. And I tried. I can literally say that we tried everything. And I think it was even before we got married, and we've been together for so long that we were like, this is it. This is what it's going to be. And when we did get married, things started to shift, and we were just like, what is this? Is this how it's supposed to be? And we were just so tired all the time, emotionally drained, And so we tried. We tried to do the YouTube thing together, to try to find things that we really could maybe like, I don't know, do together. And it's just not working out. And the cruise just confirmed the whole thing for us, that like we're trying to have fun, but we just don't have fun together anymore. And it feels like being on the farm, that was my dream. He came into it to support me because he's like, if you're happy, I'm happy. But on my part, it didn't seem that way. So it just, he was doing his woodworking, his wood in the forest. I was doing my gardening, so we were slowly going like this. And then we'd sometimes get together and do something parallel and try to do something together. But the thing is, we've been constantly together. We were trying to give ourselves a break here, saying, okay, well, we're going to buy this house. I was going to continue doing the YouTube and gardening, and start up my massage therapy. And Ben was going to go try to find a job to, get away from the house, that we weren't together all the time. And it's been a year now. It's been a year that we're here. So almost a year. No, not quite a year, but our therapist, when we went into therapy, was like, well, when we went in 2 years ago, she's like, well, let's just try for 1 year. And if after 1 year nothing changes, then, call it quits. And so things happened when we got back from the cruise, and we had a big conversation. And I was at that point where I was like, well, no more. I cannot no more. I cannot do this anymore. So that happened, and it's unfortunate, but I don't feel like we're, flourishing into the people that we should be together. And I feel like I can flourish so much more on my own. So I'm actively trying to figure out what I'm going to do, where I'm going to live, and we're going to do this harmoniously for the kids so that they don't. Hi, SD Mountain Man. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I know. And Ben's an amazing man, and I'll always love him. I'm just not in love with him. I haven't been in a long time, I guess, and I've been trying to bring that back. And it's just, I don't feel like this is the relationship that I dreamt of, and there's, yeah, we just weren't able to resolve conflict, and it sucks. But like I told Bennis, I just need some time on my own. I need to figure my stuff out, because my dream is the homesteading. It's the self-sufficiency. It's all that stuff, which I want to do and I want to do moving forward. I just feel like I didn't have the partner that I needed. Like, you can communicate those wants and needs, but if they're not met, then they're just not met. So that's where, yeah, like, I've been transparent about this. We've been working on it for a few years. It's just not working out. Yeah, Shawnee, definitely big changes ahead. Big changes. I'm still gonna, so yeah, I'm also looking for a job. And like, I wasn't expecting to like come back from my cruise and just be like, I just can't do this anymore. Like, I'm done. So I'm not done my school. I don't have a job. I don't have a place to live. I'm just like a little bit stressed out. But I know life has always been good to me, and I've always been able to to get out of really bad situations in a graceful way. So hopefully this one will be no different. I just need to be alone. I just need to be alone for a while and do my thing. And it's not fair to the kids to remain in this dynamic. Like, I want to show them what real being in love is, and it's just not happening. So thank you, Terry. I know. Here, oh my gosh, how are you guys? Yes, I've been going on my YouTube channel and sort of unlisting a whole bunch of videos, and I'm gonna try to rebrand it. And I've been thinking of maybe doing a members section, because like I didn't want to do an official video of this. I wanted to share with my community that is with me, in the live streams, because I mean, you guys are here, and honestly, I didn't want to, like, it's not like the kids don't know yet. So and they don't watch my live streams. So, and like hardly anybody from around my community watches my live streams either. Ben's probably watching. He says hi, by the way. Yeah, he came in earlier. I think he's taking a bath. He's probably watching right now. But yeah, so pretty much, what was I saying? I was saying I wasn't expecting it to happen like so fast, but just it comes to the point where you're just like, I can't do this anymore. So my ex and I went through the same thing. We grew apart. You have to keep it civil for the kids. They're the most important aspect. Yes, for sure. Definitely. Hi, Bradley. How are you? I comment you on being brave and letting us know what's happening in your personal life. Hopefully it will be a weight off your shoulders. We support you. Thank you so much. Yeah, I think it already is a weight off my shoulders. Like, I feel like I already have more energy. It's like when you're attached to somebody that isn't matching your own energy, it is so emotionally draining. And that's what's been happening to me. And so, like, I just felt like we were pedaling in each other's, like rowing by ourselves in our own independent boats. And it was just really hard to keep rowing. Sometimes you just go forward and you figure it out one step at a time. For sure. For sure. I love that for you. A year from now will be a whole new world. Yes, it will. And like, YouTube is my thing. It's always been my thing. It's never been, I mean, I felt like he tolerated it, but it's been, I really want to get back into it. And And the homesteading, that's my thing too. And like I looked at a video like that I posted a while back, and because people were asking me, well, why didn't you just downsize into a smaller homestead and stuff? Because I knew Ben would not be happy in that. And when I bought this house, I intentionally only put in 25% of the house, and like it's paid off. He paid the 75% of it. But I knew coming in that there could be a chance, so I didn't want to have to like do the 50-50, and then he would have to buy my part and he would be stuck with like huge payments. So so that was thought of ahead of time. So it's been happening behind the scenes for a few years. It's just, it's just now it's my time to do it. And I'm 35 years old. I'm still strong. I got plenty of energy, and I've, of course I'm not like going, like I haven't been working for the past 8 years. So going back to work and figuring my stuff out and finding a property that is, you know, that I'll be able to buy, it's gonna be a little bit of a challenge, but I think I'll manage. I'll figure it out. I don't know if you guys saw in my community post, I did I was like, hey, what is the construction that would cost the less to build, right? And so I had a few comments on there, but it wasn't really helpful. But I'm asking you guys. I want to ask you guys because I've been thinking about a yurt. I don't know. Like I know a lot of people do it. Jake and Nicole do it out in BC. There are people here in Quebec that also live in yurts all year long. In Mongolia, they've been doing it for thousands of years. And of course, like I think about having septic and running water and all those good things, but and electricity probably to start out with, because you know I I don't have enough money, even if I wanted to go completely off grid. So that would be something like a yurt, maybe waiting until I can build something. And I don't know. It's just a temporary situation, I guess. Um, your Malishkin might have support ideas. Oh yeah, definitely. And we're continuing therapy. I told Ben, I said, I think we should continue therapy even though we are getting separated, so that, we have all the tools necessary, and like so that all our conversations of that are not at home, but to keep the harmony, but just to bring it to the office and to speak there. So he agreed to it. So good evening, Justin. Yeah. Thank you for thinking about him too. I'm pretty sure he is watching. Excuse me. I hope you didn't unlist the painting carrot videos. I need to review. No, I didn't unlist that one for sure. I like all the how-to videos. I didn't unlist them, but like all the videos that were on the old farm, because I figured it's going to get a little bit confusing for a lot of viewers, because I do still have a lot of viewers coming in that are new. I have 30,000. I just hit 30,000 subscribers. So I still have new people coming in, and they're just like, I guess if they scroll in all my videos, they would be completely like, I don't know if they would understand my channel. Oh, yurts, good old yurts. I can think of a worse thing to build to live in. Really? You think so? There are people that live here actually, though. They have really nice setups. I'm like, wow, I was really impressed. We're actually going to bring the kids to sleep in a yurt on this weekend. So yeah, it's a spring break. So tell me why, Russell. Tell me why. Yeah, so far I've found one property. It's about 2 acres. I don't know if I'm allowed to build a yurt on it though. Um, and it's 2 acres, and I could bring my horse back probably home. Just be me and my horse and my kids 1 week out of two, type of thing. Because of course we'd have joint custody with the kids. And so I don't know. I'm looking into my options. I looked at many houses, but I cannot buy one. They're just too expensive. And the other option would be to rent out an apartment in the meantime, just until I can figure my stuff out. But I don't know. I just have a hard time putting money in rent when I could be putting money into myself and in my investment. So I don't know. I'm still like this all just happens so fast. I mean, I know it's been like in the works for the past 2 years, but like I didn't really plan my stuff out until I could, like I said, I just can't do this anymore. I just couldn't. So I bought 40 acres here in is it Minnesota last year, paid dearly, but it provides everything I need. Yeah. Minnesota, yeah. Life is full of bullshit, sis. Hope you two can work it out. Oh yeah, we will. We will definitely. We will. There's we're gonna figure it out. And he's a great man. He's a great dad, and he's been a great provider. Also, it's just we just weren't able to be romantic partners, unfortunately, and that's like I need. Yeah, I need that, and so. Shipping container house, I have looked into those as well. I would have to look more into them because I don't know. I think it intimidates me for being alone. I think what I think that the yurt it's my eyes are pointing more towards the yurt because it does all you need is to build a structure, a frame to put it on. And then the whole yurt structure, let's say I get a 30 footer and it's pretty high. There's 13 feet ceilings in the middle. I could get a loft in there, but they can build it over a weekend with like a gang of people. So that's what I think is the most interesting part of it. And of course, I would have to like finish the whole interior, but I don't need much for to begin with. As long as I'm able to keep my kids fed, warm, and clean, you know, that is the basics, the basic needs that we need and loved, of course, and loved and protected. But I don't know. I just need to figure it out. There's a whole list of to-dos now. Oh, of course. Of course. There is a big, big, big list of to-dos. And I'm gonna need a lot of help from my community to watch my videos because I'm gonna have to depend on some of my revenue from YouTube to just fill in the little gaps. So if I post a video, of course I won't be able to do a official video yet until I'm thinking of letting my kids finish their school year so that they don't have too much stress. But I'm already sleeping in separate rooms, and like we have such a big house that they're just like, oh, why are you sleeping in that room? I'm like, well, look, like grandpa and grandma. you know so that's all I'm saying for now. Just a stick frame cabin, Mal. Keep it simple, easy to build, easy to insulate. Stick frame cabin. What are you talking about? Like what kind of stick frame cabin? I'm curious. So you need land with wood to heat the yurt, or would you buy the wood from? Oh, I would buy the wood for winter. I would totally buy it. It's. I mean, if I don't have payments to do in a year other than just my little tiny things, and like food and a little bit of electricity and car, I'm gonna probably just buy a little cheap car and wing it from there. And of course I'm gonna keep going to school and try to finish to get my diploma so that I can go work as a massage therapist somewhere. And also, I'm because I don't think in the beginning I'm gonna have people come over to my yurt to get a massage. So I had all set up my whole place. Like I said, I was not expecting this to happen so soon. I just got done getting my place done, like to receive all my clients. But for my medium and my spiritual clients, I can do that distance, so I can just do a Zoom call and get that done like that for sure. So at least there's that. I watched a yurt build. I think it was on Dirt Monkey. Staying pretty cool. Yeah, there's a whole bunch of them. Stick framing means regular lumber, 2x6 walls, plywood floors, metal roof. Okay, just a small little cabin type of thing. and build off of it. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. I like the yurt though a lot. I don't know. I'm kind of like, I don't know. I'm gonna go sleep in one this weekend. It's gonna give me like a good idea. I think it's like a 22 feet or 20 feet. So I've seen a lot of people in Alaska. I've seen people in the craziest places have them, and they last for quite a good amount of time too. And eventually, I mean, unless I sell that place and start over somewhere else when I have enough money, I would love to have a house, like an earthship house, like a ecological self-running house. I would love that. But if I'm able to live in a little place, and like I think my horse, if he has 10 years left, then that would be great. But I'm aiming for 10 years, like being by my own for 10 years, just waiting until the kids like are done with high school and they're off to college type deal, and then I'll see from there. But like right now I'm just looking at a 10-year plan. So I don't need anything fancy. I'm not a fancy girl. Oh, I'm a little fancy, but just getting here, I think I missed something. Yeah, you missed a whole bunch, Sean. Yeah, you're gonna have to come and rewatch. Have seen the young man trap lines and inlines building beautiful log home. Yeah. Yeah, a yurt is better than a van for sure, especially in the winters because you can heat it. And you can also have like literally a home base. But like I think the yurt, the downside that I've seen about yurts is that you can't leave for long periods of time because unless you have to like shut down all the water and stuff because it just everything can freeze in there if there's nobody there to heat it, and you don't want to heat that with electricity because that'll cost a shit ton of money. And I don't have the luxury of having that. So I just spent the last 60 seconds trying to remember how to spell decision. I hate getting old. Oh. Hey, Ridge Life. Oh, yeah. I'm spilling the beans. I'm spilling them. Yeah, Southern Mac and Patty, you guys are probably gonna. Yeah, I'm really sad about this, but I mean, it's good for everybody. Oh my gosh, hey Pat. Are you on a timeline or you just leave on your own frame? For now, I am working out, my plan with Ben, and he's gonna support me if I do decide to go with the yurt idea to build it. He'll leave me that time. I don't think he's gonna be an A about it. I don't think so. I think because in the end, I am the one who's leaving. So I would understand him. It would be totally in his right if he would want me to just go sooner. And then I would have to like just get myself an apartment. But I really want to avoid doing that. And I want to be able to finish my school. So, hey, Thorhaven. Yeah, I enlisted a whole bunch of videos, but I didn't enlist your greenhouse video and some of those things because I thought they were really cool. No, I don't have 1 year of school left. I can actually literally. Oh, look, there's Ben. I don't have 1 year of school left. I can actually do it really, really quickly. It's just that the guy that's giving me the courses has his own. He has a school with a whole bunch of classes, so it's hard to find a timeline with him to be able to do it. So, especially, anyways, no, not a year. But I told Ben, as like, if I'm able to get it done before October, I'll be really happy about it. So, see, there's Ben. Just wanted to say hi. I say all farewell. I love you. It was so great to get to know all of you. I miss you. Thank you. Yeah. And I'm sure, he's going to be around, like I said, I mean, just because we weren't able to make it work, it doesn't mean that like we're. We don't have to be completely excluded from one another's lives. You know, we don't know what the future holds. We do not know. We didn't figure it out. Maybe we'll figure it out later. I don't know. We have no idea what the future holds, but for now, it's just not working out. Yeah. I keep on telling Ben I wish that he would start his own YouTube channel, but that's the YouTube thing is me. The YouTube thing is me. And so he's got to figure out what he wants to do and what passions he wants, like what feeds him, because a lot of things feed me, but he needs to find that. So yeah, so we'll see where I'm headed, but I definitely will we'll always have narrative telephone, of course we will, and I'm sure Ben will want to participate in that for sure. We're not enemies, If you go on the road, make sure to visit the ridge Mac and Patty are close to. Yeah, definitely. I would love to go on the road. I would love to eventually, but like I said, I need to I'm just gonna wait until my kids are a little bit older, and they have how many years do they have left until they're out of school? We graduate at 16 here. Yeah, both my kids are gonna be 16, unless one of them, because I know one of them's having a hard time in school, so maybe she'll skip a year eventually. But how many years is that? Just about like 6, 7. Do I really need to? Did I drink so much that I need to calculate this for real? I guess so. Oh my gosh. Why is my YouTube thing playing? Sorry. How many years? Yeah, 8 and 7 years. So yeah, we'll see. We'll see. We had the camping spot too that was outside, and once again, like I love camping. I love being in the nature, and that's why like the yurt for me is like I would be exposed to all the elements. I would have like what I've heard is that when you sleep in a yurt, you don't have to wonder, oh, what temperature is it out today? Like, oh, is it raining? Because you can hear all the rain. And I love camping. So if I can glamp for like a living situation, glamping, I would totally dig it. And Ben's like, are you sure? Like, what did he tell me? He's like, "Are you so miserable with me that you'd have to go live in a yurt? You'd rather live in a yurt?" And I was like, "No, that's not it at all. Like I literally would camp forever. Like I love camping." So, I don't know. We'll see. Thank you guys. Thank you so much. Yes, things will work out. Definitely. I'm glad your answer isn't I'll just live in my camper. Oh no, 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 no. I will not do that. No, I would never live. No, definitely not. What's the farthest north you have been? Oh, farthest north I've been is probably Alaska. I'm thinking. If that was me, Sound and Fluff, yeah, probably Alaska. My went to live a full year in Alaska. My mom lives there and my brother. And so like a Winnebago. Yeah, I wouldn't consider putting that on a plot of land to live in it. Like I wouldn't do that. I'm glamping in an 18-foot camper until the off-grid Fernando is built. Yeah, but you live in a hotter climate too, so like I wouldn't do that here. But and like I realistically I couldn't go out in a warmer, like I am American, I could leave, but I wouldn't do that for the kids. Like I would remain close to my kids and at least until they're done with school so that like I wouldn't do that. Both of you are welcome here anytime for camping, bonfire, drinks, etc. Thank you, Darren and Brigitte. Of course. I dream of living in a wall tent for some reason. In a wall tent? Is that like a prospector tent? I'm trying to figure it out. Wait, I'm pretty sure that is what it is. Wall tent? Let me see. Hmm? And yeah, so it's like I was thinking of, oh yeah, wall tent. That's like a prospector camp setup. Excuse me. And like realistically, I c- I could buy another house. Like out here, houses are so cheap, but it would be like an old rundown house like I had, and it would be to start over, and my electric bill would be so expensive. I wouldn't be able to, keep my horse where he's boarded. It costs too much. Um, and so that's why I was like, well, if I buy this little property, I found this little property for like $30,000, 2 acres. And if I'm allowed to put a yurt on there and to bring my horse back, then I'll be able to keep my horse and live that type of lifestyle and keep doing my gardens one thing at a time, keep doing my YouTube as well. And yeah, I don't know, like I there's just something pulling me to that lifestyle right now. So, well, I'm still gonna go see a house on Saturday. But it's a really, really old house and it's huge, and I'm by myself with 2 kids, and I don't think I could bring my horse there, and I couldn't have a house and keep my horse boarded. So, there are advantages of being in a relationship and being married with somebody, and, everything's joint together, and like, yeah, I've been a stay-at-home mom for 9 years now. So, it's just getting back into the swing of things. Yeah, it's not that bad. I would live in my camper the whole summer for sure. I would do that, just not in the wintertime. Just not in the wintertime. Would you move to Alaska or stay near the girls' school? Oh yeah, I would stay for the girls' school, and with Ben, and do this. We're gonna remain in the same village because I can't do that. My When my parents got divorced, my dad left with the kids, and he had full custody, and I didn't have access to my mom. And so I wouldn't do that to my kids. And they have such a great relationship with their grandparents. I love them to death. And that's Ben's parents. Like I couldn't do that to them. And like we're still a team. We're still going to be a good parenting team. So, all right, it's Scott, right? Essie, prayers and good thoughts for you and your family. Keep in touch. Thank you. Thank you so much. Yes, we will keep in touch. Definitely. Do you see no sun for 6 months? Well, in Alaska, yeah, but here, no. Here we have really nice winters. Actually, if one day I'm able to build an earthship house with like the south side with windows, that heats up the house really good during the winter time. So I don't know. We're definitely like I'm looking into it. Even if I would have my yurt, I would look into getting a solarium or something like that on one side so that I can have like a little greenhouse. Yeah, much warmer. Original life, that's Tim, right? I'm trying to remember. Tim, right? Yeah, the large canvas sets. There you go. Hey, WTF Mike, how you doing? Nice to see you. Oh yeah, Justin, the kids are number one. They are number one. But I'm gonna correct you on that. I think that I'm selfishly gonna say that we come first, and then if we're able to, be good for ourselves, then we're gonna be able to show up for our kids, which are second. That's what my thoughts are. That's what my thoughts are. Well, it would be if I were in a relationship still, it would be myself first, relationship, then the kids, because that's how I see it. That's my view of it. But right now I need to concentrate on myself and then the kids because I need to get myself together. I I don't know if I've shared this either, but the only time I've lived on my own was in the beginning of Ben and I's relationship. we had split actually a year in, well, maybe 2 years in. And I was like, I never lived by myself. I want to go live by myself. And he took it as like, I'm leaving. But I wasn't. I just needed some space to myself. And, he had his issues with the army and stuff. So I found myself an apartment and I lived there for not quite a year until he begged me to come back. And then I did. And then we built our first homestead. And so that's the only time that I've actually been on my own. I've always lived with people. I've been in a community setting like my whole life. I've always had roommates. I lived in a house with a whole bunch of people. And I love that type of life. I love that too, because I am a person who needs to be very social, but I'm very solitary as well. I need a lot of time to myself as well. Really opens up a lot of content to work with if you start a life in art. Oh yeah, definitely. Definitely. And I think that, you know, I've been wanting to do YouTube because I love doing the videos. I just been so drained emotionally that I just didn't have the energy to pick up my camera. And like when you're not feeling well, you don't want to pick up the camera. And like I felt like every time I turned my camera on, I was like, am I just gonna complain? What am I gonna share? I literally picked up my camera maybe 4 times in the past year that I filmed a video. I went onto my computer and I rewatched my things and I was like, no, I'm just not going to post this. I'm not going to share this. So I erased everything. And so yeah, I want to get back to like just I'm getting back to myself, you know. It just feels good. It just feels really good. There's people that use them as leverage. Oh yeah, I know. Some people use kids as leverage and stuff. And like I think that a lot of people my age and my generation have seen their parents go through a lot of divorces, and they've seen that happen, and they see the wife leave with like all the money, and that's not what I wanted for, like, I'm just leaving with what I have worked for, what I have. And so I'm leaving with probably a little bit under 90,000. That's all I have to start over and rebuild my life. So that's why I'm looking at like a really cheap place and a cheap yurt and just keep working at it and furnishing it one day at a time. I've never lived on my own, moved from my parents into my husband's place, so I hear you on wanting to live on your own. Yeah. Yeah, definitely. And I'm so not ready to get attached to anybody like I am. Like, some people will ask me, like, did you meet somebody? Are you leaving for somebody else? No, not even. Like, I just, yeah, I'm just breaking my commitment to the person that I do love, but I just can't. It's not working out. It's not working. I live on a farm because I don't like a lot of people. I like the peace and quiet. Yeah, well, see, I love the farm too. I love the peace and quiet, but I also need a lot of people. And like, I feel like I can make a really good difference in the world. And that's what I want to do with my massage therapy, with my mediumship, with my Reiki healing, and so far it's making a great of a difference. And I'm meeting so many amazing new people that are just amazing. So it's been really nice. Do a combination cabin, yurt, in a tree. Like do a cabin and then build a yurt in a tree for people when they come over. I have limited funds, Russell. Do you want to hop on, Russell? Let's talk about this. I would invite you. I want to invite you if you want to. I haven't spoken to you in a while. Let me see. Raspberry rock. I'm sending you the link if you want to hop on. You can. If not, well, next time. Tree yurt. Oh, you want me to do like a tree yurt? If there's good enough trees, right? I gotta catching up before work. Cheers. Hope you have a good night. Wish the best for you and your family. Hopefully catch you next time. Thank you, Justin. Thank you. Have a good nap and have a good work. Yeah, it does sound like an engineering nightmare, doesn't it? It does. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I don't know. I saw one actually. There's one, like, I looked on Airbnb when I was searching for a March break to go, live the experience. And when I told Ben about this, he's like, "You're crazy. Like, why do you want to do that?" Like, but he thought it was like a prospector tent, and he lived in a tent for like in Afghanistan for his 2 tours. So he's like, "Why would you want to do that?" Like, I don't get it. But yeah, I'm a camping girl. I'm a nature girl. I love being in the village though. The village is really nice. I love it as well. But realistically, I mean, if it were to work out, it would have been the dream. Like, on paper, my relationship was a dream. Everything was perfect. It's just emotionally that it's not. So, like, in the best of worlds, I would have loved to remain here in this house. It's my dream house as well, and it's Ben's dream house, and it would have been great. But yeah, moving forward, moving forward. I definitely won't be able to afford these anymore. So I'm gonna go back to my natural hair. I need more booze to talk to Malo. Excuse me. Yeah, me too. I need more booze. Mm. La la. What else did I have? What was the other tea that I had? I remember I was like, oh, I need to talk about this too. I don't remember. It'll come back to me. It'll come back to me. Hey Blake, how you doing? Oh man, I was out in Florida. We did a cruise, and I reached out to Trav, and then I was like, I wonder where Blake is, and then I went to check, and you guys are so far. We talk about the cruise. Oh my gosh, I can't really talk much about the cruise, unfortunately, because it was a adult only cruise. And so, like, when I say we tried everything, we actually tried everything. So, yeah, I had a blast. It was really fun. We had a lot of fun. We went to Nassau, Bahamas. We did like a Jeep adventure tour when we got off there. And there was another excursion in Cozumel, Mexico, but we just ended up staying on the boat because there was just so much people that were hopping off the boat, and we wanted to take advantage of the pools and the hot tubs and stuff where there was nobody. So that's what we did. So, um, yeah, we were parked next to the Disney boat, and I was like, wow, that is so cool. But like, the people on our boat were very not very dressed. So I was like, this is highly inappropriate. And so, but it was so much fun. We had a blast. We met a whole bunch of great people. I met some awesome couples that have been together for a very long time. They were very eye-opening to me as well. So I had a lot of really nice conversations with some amazing couples that, it just made me realize even more what I want in a relationship. And yeah. So yeah, Blake, you missed it, but Ben and I, we are separating, we are parting ways. So you missed that part. Now I explained like a whole bunch of things that I want to do maybe in for my living situation and stuff. I didn't know these kind of cruises existed. Going to find tickets now. I'll be back. Yeah, they're really fun. They're a lot of fun. I wish I could go back, but they're really expensive, so I'm gonna have to wait. But yeah, they're really fun. If ever you want to go, I do have an affiliate link for the cruise. So, Off the Hook Outdoors. Hey everybody. How are you? Well, Russell, if you need more booze, um, Oh, the food was amazing, Shawnee. The food was amazing. There was like three main restaurants that you had to pay to go, but it was all inclusive. So the one that was all inclusive was like a huge restaurant with a, I don't know, there was, I asked a worker, I asked him, I said, so how many people are on this boat right now? Because it was sold out. He says, well, there's maximum 1,300 workers and there is maximum 2,300 visitors. So just imagine the ratio of the workers versus the people that were just out there to have fun. It was crazy. And so, like, we would go out to the restaurant. The food was amazing. The menu would change every night. There was a buffet for everybody. Okay, Russell. Russell, you ready? You ready? There you are. Here, let me turn my volume.
Hey.
Hi.
Okay.
How are you?
Ben! We love you, Ben.
Yeah, I know. I know. We love him too, but
Aw.
yeah.
I get it though. I totally get it. You know what, City Girl and I mean everybody thinks we've got a perfect marriage and it is really, really good, but we went through our challenges mostly when the kids were really young.
Yeah,
Right? It's just so much stress. And
it is.
we neither of us handle stress very well, but I mean, I think we're one of the lucky couples where we kind of got through it, and then we just grew closer together
Yeah.
over the years. So and I have no recipe for success in that regard.
Well, you guys also have like the facts where she goes to the city and you guys have your time alone, and you guys can reconnect after that time too. You guys also have that, which is nice.
Yeah, it's interesting. I hesitate to say it's really good to get away from your partner for a while. I think everybody's different in that regard, right? You
Yeah.
certainly need your alone time, right?
Oh yeah.
You need time to do your own thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But it's certainly when we do get together on weekends, it's like we can't get enough of each other, right?
Yeah, of course. Of course.
So
Yeah, that's fun. Yeah, we've been like, I think we just, what killed us was that since 2014, we've been together like 7 days out of seven, like just, raising the kids full time together. And it's been really hard. And then, there's some things that have been, that we dragged from the beginning that were red flags as well. But I mean, we just look past them, but it happens, happens.
yeah,
But yeah, so what are you talking about? That stick frame cabin.
like my cabin is a stick frame cabin,
Okay.
right? I bought a bunch of lumber where I came and I slapped it all together with nails and screws and crap. And I've seen so many yurts, Mallory, and the question comes up to me a lot, especially during live streams, like what kind of cabin should I build? Right? People are asking. And people say, "Oh, I want to build a yurt. I want to do a shipping container cabin." I've seen lots of videos of yurts. I've seen lots of videos of shipping container cabins. The shipping container, I don't see any benefit. It looks like the same amount of work, you know.
Mm-hmm. It
And the
does.
yurt,
It
the big,
does.
the biggest problem with the yurt, like I don't know how you plan on building them. I mean, the yurts were traditionally just tents, right? So,
Yeah.
like,
There's
how are you going to build a yurt?
well, the yurt, it comes in a kit, right? So they tell you that you shouldn't put it on the ground. Don't put it on the ground because you have to build a platform for it
Okay,
and
but what
you
is it?
lift
What
it
is
from
it?
the ground about 2 to 3 feet.
Okay, but what's the material? Like, is it
It's
just a tent?
okay. No, no, it's actually insulated with a lot of yarn. Some companies make it out of vinyl, but a lot of other companies make it traditionally. Like, let's go check out the, what is it?
The other big problem I have with a yurt, I mean, have fun insulating it, but like, how do you divide up the space?
Okay. I watched a whole bunch of videos and I've
Mhm.
seen, okay, well, here, let me
Like,
go.
like, what are they? Are they octagonal typically, or
They're round. Here, let me see. I'm gonna
ah?
go
Well,
find that one video that I found and I'll show you.
it's perfectly round. Well, that's even worse.
Yeah, it is, but it's actually really interesting because it's so easy to heat.
It's
Um,
so easy to heat.
yeah.
You're kidding me, right?
No.
What? Because there's
Okay.
no walls?
Yurt in.
I mean, my cabin's
I'm gonna
pretty
try to
easy to
find
heat.
that yurt. Where is that video? I have to go back in the videos that I watched. So I would go for a 30-footer. Okay.
Okay.
So I'm just gonna show you real quick a video that I found that I'm just gonna look at my comments real quick. Thank you very much. The roaming prepper. Good evening, lovely Quebec homestead. Noob doob. Thank you. Who's drinking tea? I'm drinking black milk stout. Kodiak Wild. You change your name.
the
Change your
title
name.
of the title of this live stream is "Spilling the Tea," so I guess that's
I
probably
know. Platform is made of cement, wood. It's made out of wood. So the platform is made out of wood, and you there's a section of walls with windows in it that you install first, and then you install the trusses, right? And then it all covers up with like a couple I think there's like three processes of the exterior. Anyways, I'm gonna show you real quick.
you can buy kit cabins.
I know, but
It's like
seriously, the wood is so expensive, Russell, and the kits are so expensive. I looked into them. I'm actually looking at like mini houses, yurts, and yeah, building just a small little cabin, right? Excuse me.
well, okay, so you're talking about buying a kit then, a yurt kit.
Yeah.
You
Let
know,
me
I
just how can I share this?
and how fast is this? So are you? This isn't going to be your permanent residence, is it?
No, it would be just for like I'm giving myself until the kids go to college, you know?
So this is just a thing to do, a place to go to hang out.
No, it would be my permanent residence
Oh,
until
it
the
would be.
kids, yeah, until the
Oh,
kids
okay.
go to school. And I'm like, why can't I share? Oh,
Well,
present.
and
Okay.
so you're looking to build it really fast then.
Yeah, that's exactly the point of building your, it gets done in like a whole weekend. Well, once the platform is built.
Well, I mean, one of the single best ways you can build a YouTube channel is to build something with your own hands and take your time at it, right?
Yeah, well, that's the thing is that my house that I want for the future would be built, but later on. So this is just temporary, and like I need something that doesn't cost me too much because I don't have $100,000. Like I have under 90,000, and so I need to be able to have something that's adequate fast.
Yeah,
So that's
I
why
get it.
so here, look at this. um this When you come into the yurt, it is round, but like you can divide it. I'm just gonna turn the volume down. You can divide it and do what you want with it.
Okay.
These people live in there.
Yeah, it's a house.
Yeah, it's literally a house.
Well, I mean, I don't know what yurts cost, but I mean, they bought and put this yurt together, and then they spent like 3 times the amount of
But
money doing all this other
yeah,
stuff.
I mean, mine wouldn't be this fancy for sure. But like I'm thinking of doing a loft like this, so I can have a place up top and then have some rooms for the kids, or one room for the kids probably, and one room for me. And have like I don't need anything fancy. Like,
Well, you just price it out. I mean,
yeah,
that ceiling doesn't look insulated, and if it is, it's only like half an inch of something.
yeah, it's not something here. I'm just gonna stop sharing this. It's not something that you can, like, you have to be there to heat it, because if you're not there to heat it, then that's where the humidity gets in, and it's not the biggest insulation, but the way that they put a par vapeur, what is that in English, my gosh, to keep the humidity, par
Fan.
vapeur.
Oh,
Hey,
I'd be leaving.
are you leaving? Are you gonna go take a beer with your friends?
Yeah.
Okay, want to say hi
see you,
to
Ben.
everyone?
Ben, hey,
Everyone,
Mhm.
how you doing?
good.
Yeah,
I'm doing pretty
you
good.
okay?
Yeah,
Sounds like you need a beer with your friends, buddy.
I do actually need a beer with my friends.
He moved a piano today, so he's like,
Oh wow.
yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, there's my dog.
gonna use my alone time to learn piano.
Yeah, it's not a bad plan.
No.
Yeah, that's the beginning of it. All right, see you all.
Okay. Bye
Take
bye.
care, Ben.
Wait, also la chance, okay? Yeah, my dog. I wanted to go out. Um, but yeah, it's not the biggest insulation. And when like let's say I'm like, okay, I'm gonna leave for a week and I'm gonna go on a trip, then I'd have to make sure that to cut off all the water and everything, to make sure that nothing freezes.
Yep.
So, but I mean, we had a cabin. Like Ben had bought a cabin and it was zero insulated, but we would go there on the weekends and we heat it up and it was pretty good. It wasn't that bad.
Mm-hmm. Mal, just price it all out and see what it comes to. Because
Yeah,
I
because
think
I the kit.
any idea what those kits cost? Like what
Yeah,
is a
well,
30 foot?
I found a manufacturer, so it's directly from the manufacturer, and it cost me with the taxes, delivery, and everything for a 30-footer with the base, but not with the cement. It would cost me around 20,000, about 21,000
Yeah,
for the whole kit. So
yeah, I get it.
21,000, and it lasts. It can. I mean, probably the exterior will have to be changed maybe like in 15, 20 years, but the structure remains good.
Sad I'm
So
wearing my beer.
so yeah, and I'm thinking like, if I buy a house and I'm gonna have to change the roof, then it's gonna cost me another 20,000 there, 25,000 there. Whereas that yurt, like if I buy this piece of land, I'm more banking on the investment for the land, right? So the
What's
land.
it? So I missed it if you talked about it earlier. What's this land that you're looking at?
I'm
Like how
looking
big
at
is
it.
it?
It's about like 5 minutes away from here. It's not too far
Hmm.
away from where we had the farm. It's 2
Yeah,
acres. And
2 acres.
yeah, so it's like a little bit under 100,000 feet. At 100,000, yeah, square feet. And it's at 32,000, so I can negotiate it down probably.
Hmm.
But I'm just checking if I can build a yurt and if I can bring my horse back home. Because some places they're like, oh, don't want you to have your horse. So
You want your horse to live at your 2 acre property? Is that what you're saying?
yes,
Hmm.
yes, I would
Okay.
want my horse back, and I wouldn't be able to afford to keep him where he is at like almost
So
$300
I,
a month.
I mean, is there a fence around the property at all?
I just
Yeah.
built him a little pen, and I would work him every day.
Okay.
That's all he needs. He's getting old.
Well, yeah, I'm just trying to think of options. I know
Yeah,
I bought this property and this cabin was not nearly finished, but it was livable, and I didn't spend anywhere near $100,000 up to that point.
yeah.
Um, I don't know. Do you really want to talk about all this stuff in front of
No, actually, I don't really
15
mind.
people?
I don't really mind, unless you
I mean,
don't.
oh, I don't care.
I mean, the whole point is for me to document the process as well. And like I don't think this live stream is going to remain up anyways for like, I'm just going to keep it up for like maybe a day and put it back down cuz I don't my kids don't know that I'm getting divorced.
Separated,
Hmm?
separated, right?
Yeah, separated because we're not really married. True.
Oh, well,
Yeah.
I'm gonna type something to you in on FB here. 'Cause I don't know how personal you want to get on.
My piano moving days are done. Yeah, it was a
Really?
heavy one. I wasn't expecting him to bring that. I don't know. He's searching for himself. He's trying to find himself a passion. I think you need two estimates: the whole cost of your plus interior, then the whole cost of tiny home. I know. Yes, of course, Shawnee. That's definitely
Well,
what I'm gonna do.
that's what I was saying. I mean,
Yeah.
by pricing it out, I mean the yurt is one thing, and then you need a fridge and a stove and
Yep.
beds and walls and
Yep.
plumbing and electricity and
Yeah. Of course.
like just putting in electricity. Like, is there any electricity on the property?
No, there's none. So
Just
yeah, I.
yeah, and then you got to dig a well. That's
Oh yeah.
these
So
things all add up.
I put down 15,000 for a well, 15,000 for septic, even though I'm pretty sure septic won't cost that much, but I'm figuring if ever the well has problems, I mean, I put more down. I put 5,000 for electric, and that would be like the investment for the property, right? Because if ever I were to say, okay, well, I'm ready for my next step to build my actual house, the yurt, like I'll be able to sell it, but it won't be like an investment like a house, right? It's like
I wonder.
it's not the
I
same.
mean, does anybody watching know? Like if Mallory spent like X number of dollars on a regular cabin, and she spent X the same amount of money on a yurt, what would that do to like property value? Would she get the same amount of money for like when she went to sell the place? Would she get the same money for it, or would people come along and go, oh, a yurt?
No, I'd probably have to sell the yurt separately or something like that, you know?
Oh, well, that would be terrible.
Yeah, I would probably have to, but I don't know, or I could just keep it up and build my house right beside it, and have that yurt for like when people come over.
Okay, what I was gonna say is answer the question I typed to you there
Oh,
on FB. You're in a position where having an increased property value. That's what I would think too, Scott. I mean, anything out of the ordinary, people come along, especially when people don't know how to evaluate. Is that the word I'm looking for?
yeah.
Evaluate, value something. Like somebody can look at a cabin or a traditional house and say, okay, I know what that costs. But a yurt or a shipping container place, I think that would actually be better than a yurt for valuation. But I
Probably.
mean,
It's more permanent.
would people look at a yurt and say, well, it's a tent, you know?
Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely. Definitely. I think who talked to me who had the same reflection of that. Like I used to appraise houses, for a living. That's what my
Is it?
job was. So yeah,
Yeah.
it doesn't take the same value as a house. It doesn't have a foundation, it doesn't have, all that stuff. So
Okay. Well, here's
but
what I'm gonna.
a yurt does sell pretty good.
Yeah, you're living a dream. It's a fantasy,
No,
romantic
but I
fantasy,
do.
Mallory.
But if no, seriously, I look at the yurts that are for sale. I've been looking at them for the past few weeks. As soon as there's one on the market, even if it's 16,000 bucks, it sells right away.
Yeah, but we're talking about two different things. I mean, a property with a house on it is going to have a big value attached
Oh
to it.
yeah, oh yeah, of course.
You're just saying, okay, well, it's just going to be the land. I'm going to sell the yurt separately.
But at least,
It's not the
but at least
same.
the land, like what I'm thinking is that at least I put the services on it. At least it'll have the water, it'll have electricity, it'll have septic.
Okay,
You know?
all right. Let's back up a step. This is what I think you should do, and I don't know if you can do it because I don't know
Okay.
your all your personal details and financial
Yeah.
situation. But this is what I think you should do. If you have the opportunity right now to buy property and build something on it, then you have an amazing opportunity to put all of that on YouTube and have a channel blow up because people love watching cabin building
I
channels,
know.
especially and you're in a great spot. Like when I started building my cabin, I was like, oh well, yeah, I should film some of this, and I walked around with my camera, and all those early videos are just stupid, and I didn't catch any of the action. But
Yeah.
you know better than this. You know how to use a camera. You know how to edit. You're going into this um,
Oh yeah, with all the
as
experience for sure.
as an experienced YouTuber, and
Yeah.
you can take your time. You can do the Sean James thing. He really took his time, filmed the shit out of everything, and if you did that, you would have a channel, not this channel. You'd start a new channel. And
Oh yeah.
it would do really, really well, and you'd actually start making some decent money, and that would be your new career. But you'd have to find a place you can rent cheap, a place that your kids can come to, so that you can take the time and build your
Yeah.
cabin. Or your like, I wouldn't build a yurt in a weekend. I would spend 2 years building a cabin, 3 years,
Yeah.
right? Put it all on YouTube, and people will eat it up. So
Yeah, well, yeah, definitely. And I thought about that, Russell, because I do like when my YouTube channel does really good, it does really good.
yeah.
Like I just can't depend on that money right now because it's just up and down,
Well, I
But
know.
I
Mallory, I'm
did.
going to be honest with you. I'm going to be honest with you. I think that straight talk. I think this channel's dead, Mel.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, definitely. Because
So
the algorithm is all messed up. It's all messed up. And oh yeah, it is. It really is. And it was like the story of like our family, and everything. So now I'm just starting over by myself. So, oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, 100%.
one woman cabin challenge. Can I do
Yeah.
this? And you show all the stupid crap that I generally show. When you're hitting your thumb with a hammer kind of thing.
Yeah.
There's
But
Jess. You want to get in here, and Jess will talk about how terrible yurts are.
yeah. Well, that's the thing. Russell, that's totally where the direction where I'm heading. It's just that I need a place to live that doesn't cost me a lot of money. And to me, that yurt was that. But you're right. I mean, if I do put like 30, $40,000 into a yurt because of the inside and everything in a couple years, then yeah, I could totally start with just like a small little tiny cabin
You
and
you
build onto it type of
When
thing.
if your channel starts growing and you start getting some views, this new channel, and it's amazing. You don't need a lot of views to make money, and you could start with a small cabin and then build another cabin. It's
Yeah.
like just to keep it going, and people will watch. But
Yeah, true. Yeah. Yeah, I'll think about it for sure because it is a big risk for me too. Like it's like and there's not really much apartments available in my area. There's this one place where there's two three and a half. So three and a half is one bedroom apartments. So there's two one bedroom apartments that I could join together because they communicate.
mhm.
And they're like $370 each. Like they're not too expensive, but they're really crap. They're crappy. But I could buy my property and just start like that. Yeah. I'll think about it. I'll think about it for sure. Food for
All right,
thought. Mm-hmm.
all right. Look,
Well,
if Sean and Alaskan can build a cabin and get that kind of following, then anybody can do it. Let's be honest.
yeah. I watched in a while. Unfortunately, it seems super sad to me in the surface, of course. I don't know the backstory. Sounds like you have moved from the homestead and you are getting divorced. Yes, Carolina Hill. Technically, we're not married on paper, but yeah, we're handfasted. Yeah. All right. Yeah, it's some heavy change for sure. I'm trying to figure out what I'm doing in my next step. So there's nothing for sale that's already established. Yes, well, there is a lot of things for sale that are already. Yes, baby, you're naked. Don't you dare come here. 2 seconds.
I like Irene. Oh man, I was singing a song earlier today. What was it? Oh, I never remember. I'm always singing. People ask me if I listen to music while I'm working, and I'm like, no, I'm always singing. I never hear the music. It's always made up stuff. It's always really cool. I should record myself sometime. Anyway, I wish I could do a poll, but it's not my live stream. She's back.
All right. My daughter. I don't know if I changed my setting on my mic. I just clicked on the button and back. You hear me good?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I told her because I tried doing a live the other time with her, and it was chaos. And so I was like, I'm not doing this again. So she's like, oh, I learned my lesson. I want to go live with you. And I'm like, nah, no, 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 we're good. And so I told her I'd go to bed with her after if she would wait for me. I'll go sleep with her in bed after the live. So she's like, where are you? I'm not done. But yeah, there are things for sale. But with my budget, I don't want to have a mortgage. I don't want to be stuck with a mortgage because the interest rates are like off the charts right now. And I don't want to have to put in money in a house that I can't bring my horse because the boarding facility is really expensive too. So yeah.
Two, 32,000 for 2 acres that sounds pretty good actually.
Yeah, it is. I just need to make sure that I'm allowed to. I know that I can put a cab in there. I can. But I just don't know for the rest.
Yeah.
Yeah, we did a lot of work on that property. It's probably that's where, we pulled a lot of lessons from that property, like a lot of lessons. And like I got all my building experience there that, like I feel like I could literally just bust out a cabin. Like I could do it. I can do it. So it's okay, girl. It's okay. Hey, Jesse. How you doing? I told you a little while back. I remember spilling a little bit of tea in my situation a while back to Jesse. He's probably like, I knew this was coming. Sorry, Carolina. I was just talking. We weren't reading the comments. So I was like, I'm just going to catch up a little bit. All right. Yurt, trailer, or container house. I'm not going to do a container house for sure. For sure. No, I'm not going to do a trailer either. So it would be either between cabin or yurt. There you go. A lot of people. Serial cabin building like Sean James. Yeah.
Like build a cabin. Okay, now we need a bathhouse for some reason.
You're right.
Sure.
I can't think of the company, but there are D-Log cabin kits, easy to assemble and quite affordable. Yeah, and like I need it to be big enough as well to accommodate my kids, So it's like I could live in something really small if I was just myself, but I also need a little bit of space, since I do have the kids and they are growing. But like I'd be spending most of my time outside anyways. Like I don't even think I would own a TV. Like I'll have my phone, my computer, I'll be fine. Like I don't need a TV in my life. But yeah, there are a few companies, and I know that there is one little tiny company that reached out to me, and they have like little tiny cabin kits, and they're like, "Oh, I would like you to feature this on your channel," but they were way too small. They're like additions that you add to your home for like just one bedroom.
That actually looks pretty cool. Well, Scott, do you have any? It was Scott, right? Yeah. Do you have any idea what those cost? I'm just gonna throw it up on my screen, up on the screen here. Oh, I can't add it.
There you go.
I'm not gonna click play on that, but I mean that looks pretty cool, and you slap them together. They're probably all labeled as to what goes where.
That foundation though is like that's pretty costly.
So yeah, but you don't need that foundation. They're putting a basement in probably because they don't want to have to worry about their pipes freezing in the wintertime, right?
Yeah.
Or something. And it might be worth doing in your case.
Yeah.
Even if it's, I've seen where they just do like a crawl space, like a 3 or 4 foot crawl space.
Yeah.
Just so that they can put the pipes down there and they don't freeze.
What's the top look like? What's the roof look like?
Of this?
Yeah.
Oops.
Bunky kits. Yeah, those are the bunkie kits is what I saw. I think that they wrote out to me. Bunkie kits.
Pretty cool.
Bunkie life. Bunkie kids. Yeah, they're super small. I
Yeah,
may
bunkie
do
kits.
something. Yeah.
You can get bunkie kits pretty cheap, actually.
Yeah, around 16, 17,000 for like one with a loft or something like that.
They don't show the end product; they just show it going together.
Yeah. Interesting. That's pine.
Yeah, it would have to be.
Oh, pine. Interesting. I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, maybe the smartest thing to do would be to rent out, but still buy the property and build something slowly. I'll have 1 week, 1 week with the kids, 1 week without. We'll still have the camper for the whole summer. I'm going to sell it at the end. At the end of the summer.
Mhm.
I was looking at one a couple years ago, and it was their biggest model. I think it was just under 20,000. Yeah, I just looked at the site, and they were just under
Pretty good.
20,000. But they look like
That's pretty good.
they don't look that big. I don't think it doesn't look like it would be suitable for a family, but maybe. Our new and largest loft, 10 feet 3 inches by 10 feet 3 inches. It's not a lot. That's really not a lot. What is that? You see that?
Oh, those ones. Oh, yeah, those are tiny.
Well, if you guys have any good Canadian cabin sites, then send them to me.
Yeah, 10 by 10. No.
No, definitely not. I mean, yeah, it's 2-story, but no.
My neighbors up here had a 12 by 12 before they added an addition. It was kind of cute. They're an older couple, and they so it's just the two of them. But they also have grandkids that come up, and this 12 by 12 had everything they need. They had a futon that they used for a bed, and then there's a kitchen and a dining table and a wood stove and bunk beds for the kids and everything they needed in there. I mean,
Yeah.
you wouldn't want to live there for any length of time like that. I mean, with the kids there, but for just the two of them, it was perfect.
Oh, yeah. I mean, if I were by myself or just with somebody like one other person, I don't need much. But here, wait. I'm gonna show you another yurt. Okay. Here, wait. I sent this to Ben.
Even the name sounds stupid. Yurt.
Well, okay, it's called a burr. Actually, in Mongolia, they call it a burr.
It's like, did you go to the bathroom and do a yurt? Yep, I did. It was messy.
Excuse me.
Yurted all over the place.
Why can't I see that? Where is it? Who did I send this to? Oh, there you are. Okay, so this is a 30-foot Pacific yurt. It's a 2-minute video, and he goes around. He shows the exterior of like the inside. I'm gonna show you the inside of how he did it, and I thought it was it's just really simple. Let me see. Let me share this. Present.
Can you hide that comment?
Hey, Danielle. I call him Daniel Alouche. I keep on thinking I'm pretty sure he's Quebecois. Oh. Share screen. Share screen. Pacific Yurt. Boop. All right.
Yours.
Oh, so it is a tent.
This is that living space that I was talking
Yeah,
about.
there's a loft
There's your
space.
kitchen area.
Much simpler.
Again, you can see the walls and the insulation are all in great shape. And coming over to the other side, this is kind of the living room. That's where we had our little fireplace. Coming back out, you've got the bedrooms. There's their stairs up to the loft. And I'll walk in. Here's the bathroom, a nice sized bathroom. As you can see, there's a shower, full shower. There was a sink, composting toilet cabinets. You can take all those. Here is the kids' room. We had a double-decker bed in here. Here's one of the windows, and
You can
there's a
have real
small
windows in there too. You
closet
don't have to have like those
over here
plastic
in the
windows.
side. So this gives you a sense of space here. The floors aren't going to work. Those
This is
are
a
going
guy
to
that's selling his yurt, and he's just
This is
taking a
the
video,
back
like a quick video.
master bedroom.
Why
Good
is he selling it?
all the way back.
Oh, I don't know. It was 4 years
One
ago.
wall.
Because yurts suck.
There's 2 windows in the master
Shut
Got in there and
bedroom.
went, wow, this was really a bad
Here's
idea.
a
I guess we'll
small
sell it.
closet with a water heater.
I'm on a group with like a whole bunch of people that live in yurts year round here in Quebec. And there's a lot of people that do it. Russell loves yurts.
It's a tent, Mallory. You can see it was a tent. It has canvas on the outside. Like,
Of course it is. But in Mongolia, they live in they've been living in yurts for the past
Mongolia.
3,000 years. In Burrs.
Yeah, we made a lot of improvement to our building structure since then.
Pork Chop Empire. Cheers and good evening, Pork Chop Empire.
Love it. Love that name.
Daniel, there you go. He lives in Dermontagne. I don't know why his last name. Every time I'm like, I say Daniel, and in English it's Daniel. Are you from Quebec? Excuse me.
The last name gives it away.
Yeah. Mike Dickinson and their whole family live in a yurt in the wooden sides. I know they do. The Fit Farmer, they live in a yurt too, and but they live in like a warmer climate for sure. But yeah, a whole bunch of people do it. They've been living in it for a long time now. They're called the Fit Farmers.
Good for them.
Thank you, Pork Chop. Thank you for being on my side.
Yurts can be beautiful. Cabins can be beautiful. Container homes can be beautiful. That's more of a what did you do after you put up your tent?
Yeah, if Jake and Nicole didn't live in one, but they're building a container cabin now. But and Danielle, I am sort of a nomad. I mean, I am sort of a nomad. I have been, and like honestly, this new property, like if I don't build something on it, like let's say I live in a yurt and I don't build something like my house on that property, I'm definitely gonna sell it and go build something somewhere else, or go live in somewhere hot. I don't know. I just need to make sure that I have a roof and a place so that I'm able to raise my kids until they go to college. Like, that's all I need. And we'll see where YouTube brings me there, We'll see.
You go, girl.
I am a free spirit. I'm a wild child. I'm a wild child. And who knows? Maybe I'll meet somebody later on and who's as crazy as me. And that'll want to have crazy products like me and actually, get along.
I think Sean in Alaska is single.
Is he?
I think, yeah, he is.
He's way too old for me.
Who cares? Just you're a free spirit.
Nah, I'm not going to go back to Alaska. I would have if I didn't have children. because my mom and my brother's still there, and I just absolutely love Alaska. But no, I think of running away to Mexico myself. Yeah, see, Mexico. I found this really nice spot in Mazatlan, a stone island. I would have lived there in a heartbeat. But yeah, and everything's so cheap there. Nothing like it doesn't cost anything to live there. But I'll definitely check out, just see if I can just compare a cabin versus the yurt. Because like if I do build something, I really want it to be an earthship house. You know what an earthship house is? No, you do not.
I know what an earthship house is. I've
Yeah,
seen them.
that's what I
Just
want.
build a cabin, Mallory. Don't be. Don't go. Just don't. But just build a cabin, all right?
But the earthship house would have to be with somebody. Like I wouldn't be able to build that on my own. It would be too much work. Yeah, it's the
Just build.
recycled materials and tires and such. Yeah, that's what the
Just build
earthship is.
Just build a spaceship. Can you do that?
I wish.
Can you? Can you? Can you? Instead of like recycled materials, can you just fill it with our hopes and dreams? It's good
And send it off to
insulation.
Mars.
It's good insulation.
I asked on my community post. I said, "Hey, what's the cheapest building to build?" You know, because I was sort of like just wanting input. This guy wrote a 3D printed house, and I was like, "Oh, with 3D printed insulation."
Well, I guess if you printed it brick by brick, interlocking brick.
Right? My friend aunt's building one. Really? Is she? That's cool. I know there's so many people with like really cool ideas of building houses, but the more recycled and like ecological you want to be, the more it costs on like in the beginning of the construction. It's like it's a lot. So I looked into it. It's like you want to get like a do-it-yourself geothermal, and it's like everything is just so expensive in the beginning. You want to get solar panels right off the bat. You want to do the gray water thing right off the bat. Everything is just so expensive.
Yep.
So it's like, yeah, it's a really big investment in the beginning, and then it pays off in the end. But like when you're sort of like on a timeline like me, it's like you just want something to live in, and not have to give your money away to somebody else to live in their place. I don't know.
You know what? Boy, you want to have plumbing, and you want to have electricity, proper electricity, and all that stuff.
Yeah, I don't need a lot of
Yeah.
electricity, but yeah, I do need. I would want plumbing, and I think it's just the idea of if ever I do buy that property and build a yurt, then if I take the yurt down, then the property will be much more sellable and it'll have added value with the services on it. So that was my thinking of it.
I don't know.
Because it's much easier to build a house.
Like you're gonna if you build a yurt and then you put walls in and you put a kitchen in there and you put all this stuff in there, and then what happens to all that stuff that you put in? Because you'll spend like 2 or 3 times the amount of money on the stuff inside than you will on the yurt. I mean, does that all go with the when somebody buys the yurt?
Yeah, they buy the whole thing, and they can live there while they build their house.
Hmm. Okay.
Or you can find somebody who's crazy as me and actually needs to live in a place that's cheap.
Even the Okay, my buddy Ray he makes a living out of buying properties, building
Yeah.
houses, and renting them out. And so when he buys a property. He wants a house on there as fast as possible so that he can put people in there so he can start renting out, so he can start making money on the
Yeah.
property he bought. And it still takes him months to get, and he doesn't build a house at all. He buys these prefab homes. They're shipped from the East Coast. They get
Yeah.
put in place. And then all this crap that has to happen, like the electricity, the plumbing,
Of course.
all the finished bits
Of
have to
course.
happen. And it still takes a month. So like you're not going to put up a yurt in a weekend and have it livable the way you want it.
No, definitely not. And that's not the goal. That's not the goal. The goal, the goal
Okay,
if I went for a yurt was just to have the bare minimum so that I can document the process as well of me finishing the inside of the yurt to get it livable.
so I mean, what kind of conditions are your kids going to be in, living there for a week at a time? Like, you're not going to have plumbing, you're not going to
No, I would
anything else.
definitely make sure that they would at least have plumbing. I would at least, yeah, they would at least have plumbing, electricity, heat. Definitely, at least that. But like, I mean, the washer and dryer, they don't need to have like the big, like the setup and everything. I'll just have a washer and dryer there. I'll have the little, the stove to make my food and everything, the fridge. They can have their own little bunk bed. Like I don't need something. I don't need it to be that like elaborate in the beginning. Because
So peeing in a bucket and stuff, that's all
no,
cool.
no, I want them to have plumbing for sure before coming in. And I
Well,
told Ben,
I'm just saying it's gonna be months. That's all.
oh yeah, definitely. And that's why if I
Okay.
start now, then it could be interesting. Like I could get in there probably by next winter.
I see. Okay.
That's what I'm thinking. Well, yeah, it wouldn't be like really fast. It's like the whole structure of the yurt goes up in a weekend, but the rest, there's still a lot of work to be done.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I'm not like I'm not at my first rodeo. I know how it goes. I've built a prefab house before.
Well, you just talk like your first rodeo. That's all.
I talk like what?
You're at your first rodeo.
Oh, I'm at my first rodeo alone.
I'm sorry. I'm being mean, and I'm joking. I'm being mean.
I'm at my first rodeo. It's okay. I don't take shit personally. The first time I heard of Earthship, I was thinking they dry locked a shop and called it home. Yeah. And there's also that. I also looked into like actually building a shop and like having one place that's insulated inside and like starting with that. That's another and like in back it could be like for my horse or something like that. I don't know. There's a lot of options. Yeah, Shawnee, I'm still going to school and I'm gonna have to find a part-time job for sure. And I'm still going to be giving my massage. Like I do have clients actually for my massage therapy. And so I'm just going to continue to do that. And I'm also a medium. So I have a lot of clients that come to me to speak to dead people. I still can't believe I'm saying this out loud publicly. I do that. Anyways, yeah. So I still have that business. and YouTube. So that's I still have a little bit of money coming in. Even if I haven't posted, I still gain a decent amount of money from YouTube. I didn't count that in the money that I sent you, Russell, because I can't count on that money like constantly.
Yep.
But yeah, some months, especially in the springtime, my channel goes poof with my gardening content. It goes super good. It comes back every year.
Mm-hmm. That's good.
Yeah. Rent for 2 or 3 months, sleep on it, enjoy your kids, figure out your plan. Yeah.
That would be my recommendation. Well, certainly renting at the start if you can afford it.
Yeah. Yeah. The thing is, it's the only place that's rentable right now is my friend's building. And that's like I said, he's got 2 one-bedroom apartments, with 2 kitchens. like 2 one-bedroom apartments that are one next to each other that communicate with each other. So like that's the only thing that's available right now. And it kind of
Yeah.
sucks. I wish. And he's like, "Oh, you should buy my property, my building." And his building is like 80 something thousand, 86,000. He said he was selling it. He's got a 3-bedroom downstairs with 2 one-bedrooms. So it's a triplex, but it's a dump. It's a dump. I'm like, I'm not buying this. I don't think I'm gonna buy this. And then there's another house that just popped up on the market, 124,000. It's a 5-bedroom, like an old 100-year-old house with a 17,000 square feet. I couldn't bring my horse there.
Hmm.
So it's like, am I gonna get back into that? I don't think so. I don't want to buy an old rundown house again.
Did you? I don't know if you talked about this earlier before I got on, but did you consider like buying an RV, like buy the property, buy an RV, and park it there, like Sean Alaska did, and
Did
then
he
just
do that
slowly?
in the wintertime?
Yeah, he lived in there for like 2 winters, I think.
Really?
Yeah.
Did he have a wood stove?
No, he had. I think he used those buddy heaters, which causes problems. But
Yeah. He lived in an RV
yeah,
in Alaska?
yeah. Don't you follow the guy?
I only found him later when he was actually But yeah, but like you said, he's single. He doesn't have kids in there, you know?
Yep. I was just asking if you considered it at all.
No, I did not consider it. I just checked it off my list and I was like, I'm not doing that.
Hmm.
I don't even
How old are your kids now?
they're 8 and 9.
Okay.
They're 8 and 9. An RV. I'll have to go
I
check out his videos.
I don't recommend it. I was just asking if you considered it. That's all.
No, I never considered it. Well, I know my brother lived in a camper in Alaska for a couple winters, and he thought it was pretty cold.
Yeah. Well, I think Sean's biggest problem was, despite the fact that he was heating it, it was like, 30 Celsius up here and like 5 Celsius at floor level, right?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, barn dominium parked up. That's also one thing that I was thinking. I was like, I could just build a more commercial shop, right? And like that's not insulated in back, and then just insulate one part in front. That could be another option for me. That would be maybe plausible, but and like the back end could be like a the place for my horse. I don't know.
I think buying the property is the right idea, no matter which way you go.
Yeah.
Beyond that, you got to figure out your living situation.
Oh yeah, definitely. Ugh. I'll figure it out. I'll do a few meditations on it. It's just everything happens so fast. So like
Yeah.
I know we've been like it's been on and off for the past 2 years, but like I didn't expect me to like just not be able to do this anymore and not be done my school and not have a job, you know?
Okay, I'll ask you a crazy question,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm pretty sure I already know the answer to this, but can you just keep living where you are right now while you start building your cabin?
Yes, I can.
Okay.
Well,
You
but the
can.
thing is, actually, maybe not because he would have to buy me out, and then
Oh, you need that money,
yeah,
right?
yeah. So I would like if he would want to
Okay.
boot me, he would be in all his right to boot me out, you know. But yeah, I
That's a tough
could
one. I
buy the
mean,
property probably.
is there a way? I know you kind of start want to living your own lives now, despite the hell that you're going through. But
Yeah.
is there a way you can live separately in the house?
No,
No,
The
okay.
way that the house is, I didn't do a tour because I asked him like 3 or 4 times. I was like, "Hey, if you have like some time, I would love to do a tour of the house, to show everybody." But he never put in the time and the effort to come in to do it with me. So I wasn't able to show you guys the house, but it's not divided in a way where I can do like 2 apartments.
Understood. Oh, I thought
Yeah.
maybe there was a basement or something.
Yeah, the basement is like, hey, do you want me? I can do a tour of the house with you guys here if you want. You want to see it?
Not really.
You don't?
No.
Okay, because the house, it's like really, really big. And the basement is like a huge family room with a bar, with this bathroom and a sauna, with a huge fireplace.
No, I can't.
And then upstairs is like the kitchen, the main bedroom.
I'm sorry. If anybody watching wants to see your place, then sound off. If you're going to be leaving, I don't want to see it.
What?
So if you're going to be leaving, I don't want to see it.
Yeah, I've
'Cause
been.
it's just this is the place where Mallory did live. I don't want to see that.
Yeah, I
But
gotcha. It's like
oh, pork chop.
I really, really tried to get him on board on the YouTube thing, and like we just weren't able to get it. I tried to bring him closer
Don't
and
worry
to
about it.
connect with him, but it just wasn't working. Pork chop's like, let's see it. Sean James is on Ontario and married. Oh, so I thought he was in Alaska. He's in
Oh
Ontario,
no, he's just a few hours north of me, northwest.
and he's married with a girl.
Yeah, he's married to a woman.
Yeah.
I guess we got to be clear these days. Exactly.
Right? Ugh. Anyways, I'm gonna figure it out. I'm a big girl. I'll figure it out.
Oh, married with a girl. Maybe he means a daughter. He's actually got 2 daughters. Danielle.
Oh, yeah, maybe that could be it. I'm gonna definitely have to go check out his videos of when he was living in an RV.
Oh, we're talking about 2 different Seans. That's it. Sean James is in Ontario. Sean in Alaska is in, well, I don't know where he is, but it's probably Alaska.
Oh, okay, yeah, of course. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, Sean, if you're still here, I'm so sorry. That's so true, yeah. Yeah, he's all by himself. My gosh, Sean, who was here earlier? I'm sorry, Sean. I did mix you up with Sean James. I was like, Sean James was in an RV?
Oh, that's why you're so confused. I get it now.
With a daughter, he has 2 girls. How is his channel doing? His YouTube channel
Which one?
in Alaska.
Oh, I think he passed like 10K subscribers.
Yeah?
He's doing really well.
Sean, Alaska.
Let's take a look at his social.
7.89.
Oh, not quite.
No.
But he's
Let's see. I want to go check.
50,000 views in the last 30 days. Yeah, he's doing good.
Yeah, he's got decent views on his videos.
I mean, he's made some really questionable decisions about the stuff in his cabin, but otherwise, his YouTube is doing good.
I've been following him on TikTok mostly. Like I haven't been really. Oops, that's my. Yeah. There you go. My Enchroma glasses, the colorblind glasses. they've been really good to me. They've been sending me some decent checks for affiliate links.
Really?
Yeah,
How do I get in on that?
they've been really good to me. I've
I could.
been I put videos on YouTube, on TikTok, on Facebook with my affiliate links for them, and yeah, a lot of people buy them.
Give me a contact. Throw a contact on Facebook. Not, you don't have to do it now. Like an
Yeah,
email
I'll try to
contact.
figure it out. But yeah, if you know somebody who's colorblind and you do a colorblind video, are you?
Yeah, I mean, not completely colorblind, but there's lots of pigments
Yeah,
I
like
can't
Ben.
see.
Ben isn't completely colorblind, but yeah, definitely hit them up because my and
Yeah,
Chroma, they've been really, really good to me.
yeah, yeah. I'm serious. Yeah, give me
Yeah,
contact. I'll hit them up.
I'll send that to you. I just wrote them an email. I was like, "Hey, my husband's colorblind, and I would really like to get him these glasses for Father's Day and do like a special. And if you guys have an affiliate link, then hook me up." And they did.
There's it's so there's so many different ways you can make money doing YouTube videos,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't pursue any of them.
Mm-hmm.
It's just out there. All you have to do is just like, do it.
Yeah. If you get that land, make sure you're safe, love. Thank you. Yeah, I know. That's like, I think that's the one thing that's like mostly on my mind is that I would have to have like a decent security system or like cameras, especially if I would get like do massage, like be a massage therapist and have people at home. I wouldn't be ready to do that just yet. Like have just a
Oh,
random anybody like come over to my property and be like, hey, if I get somebody who's like, a little pushy on me or something like that, then I would be really uncomfortable with that.
you need
So
you need a big dog, a big willow dog, right?
yeah.
Willow, right?
School bus camper conversions are pretty cool. So yeah, they are for moving around, but I want something stationary. Sean James, a singer?
Too many Seans.
Right? Yeah, Christian, with my kids, I don't think it would be a good idea to do the RV, but uh, we'll see. Yeah, I'll figure it out. I'll figure it out. Mini houses, there's a whole bunch of options, but I think that the yurt is still like the number one on my mind, but we'll see.
Well, so I have time to teach you the proper way to go,
What?
Padawan. I have time to teach you the proper way to go,
Yeah.
as in not a yurt. We'll talk.
I just need to calculate everything, get a whole bunch of submissions, and yeah. Hey, Dr. Beaver. Dr. Beaver. Oh my gosh, those are old cartoons, aren't they?
Oh, yeah, I recognize that.
I know he's trying to talk me out of it, but I thought it was really important for me to talk about it with the community too, because I want everybody's input, like, and experience, because there's a lot of amazing people that have a lot of experience on this channel, on this platform, and I want to get all the option. I want to explore all the options. So, how do I feel about van life? I think van life is amazing, but if you're like really nomadic, right? If you move into a hotter climate, my dad does van life. He's like, he goes to California and Florida every winter, and he comes back in the summertime, and he loves it. But I couldn't do that because I have the kids. So I just, not for a while, anyways. I could do van life later. RV and a small yurt for living room and activities. But then that would be more expensive. Expensive. I looked into buying an RV, like a really, really cheap one. I saw one, like a really big fifth wheel, like I think it was like a 30 something foot. And it was like just one that you would want to go hunting with, right? Just like a hunting RV that you just want to sit there and you don't go on the road with it. And then I could buy a yurt and then take everything from the RV and then just set it up into the yurt. I thought about that too.
Yeah, you can do that.
because that's really inexpensive. The Camry with the fifth wheel was like $2,500.
Cheap.
Yeah, it was really cheap. So, and it was like 20 minutes away. So I was like, oh, I could maybe just go get it, park it on the land, and then build the yurt and just empty the RV, and then
This
keep
is
the RV to put like, I don't know, storage or something.
Yep. You could do all that.
Yeah, we'll see. And I don't know. I like, yeah, a girl alone building a cabin. I mean, it would be cool for YouTube, but it's also a lot of work compared to like, I don't know if I could do that all on my own, you know? I think that's something that I could do later when I have more money or when I have more help, you know? But like finishing the interior of a yurt would be like really easy for me.
Mm-hmm.
I could do that. We'll see. We shall see. All right, we've been live for 2 hours. I think we went over everything.
Yep.
I think we went over everything. And my daughter's probably going to come back down soon and be like, Mom, where are you?
All right. You want to close it down?
Yeah, I'm gonna shut it down. But I'm really excited though for the future and for what the next year holds for me and what kind of channel I'm gonna build around all of that and just do whatever I want to do.
Yep.
Whatever you decide, I hope whatever you decide on, hope you keep on the gardening videos. Yeah, of course. I'm gonna definitely get back into gardening when I'm by myself. The thing is, I don't want to. No, I'm not going to get into that. My relationship with. I'm not going to get into that part and any of that and not throw any shade of anything. But I'm just going to say that I will finally be able to do what I want to do. You know,
Mhm.
without any restrictions. And so gardening is a big part of my life, and I'm not going to be held back to do anything that I want to pursue. So definitely going to have gardening videos again one day.
Yep.
Because I love it.
Sounds good.
Yeah. All right. You'll be fine. Rest with you, baby. Good night, folks. Have a good night. All right, guys. Have an amazing, amazing night. Thank you for being here and thank you for your input. Thank you for your support. And I will talk to you guys later. Bye.
Peace out.